Hi, I'm Becky Hesseltine, psychic medium, meditation facilitator, and spiritual development teacher. Welcome to this YouTube channel, and I am just so grateful to have you here and enjoy the meditations and the talks. Feel free to allow your intuition to guide you in which meditation is in alignment with your soul's calling for the moment. Enjoy that process. I just wanted to share a common question that I get asked, and that is, how did you get into mediumship? And that is a really big question, and it's a very long story, but I will give you a brief description of that story. So what happened was, as a child, I always had a sensitivity, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't want to know what it was. And so I would just put the blinders on and power through. I didn't have anybody to talk to about these things. My mom didn't really know what to say or what to do. And so I just kind of navigated it on my own. It traveled with me through my adulthood as well, and still didn't want to know. I didn't want to understand. It was a sensation or senses that just felt overwhelming. I felt the presence of spirit and just didn't want to know what it was. What I realize now is that when we don't know something, when something is unfamiliar or we don't understand it, we color it with fear. And so if you think about our culture, when it comes to our extra senses and sensing the spirit side of life, you can look at the media, scary movies, things like that. And so when you're exposed to those things, you can color your mystical experiences with those fear-based concepts because you don't understand it. So we color it with fear. So that is something that I have learned along the way, that's what I was doing. And I didn't want to look at it because it was the unknown and I didn't have anybody to help guide me or understand it. So fast forward, and I had an event in my life right after my father passed. I had a difficult time. My father and I had a really difficult relationship, to say the least. And after he passed, it felt like all the limiting beliefs that I had adopted from that relationship all came up to the surface all at once. And it was very overwhelming. I had a moment where I realized that I am not these thoughts. And it was like a flash of a knowing that pulled me out of this self-destructive, limiting belief thought cycle. And I had a knowing that I am not my thoughts, and that also my mother and father had these similar thoughts in their life. And I realized that I am having these thoughts too, but they are not mine. And they were never theirs as well. It's just something that we are aware of. And it was like I noticed the thought and I was able to step aside and be that awareness of the thought and realize that I am not that thought. And with that understanding, my life changed completely. I embraced my self-care in a way that I never have before. I started a dedicated yoga and meditation practice. And from there, my life just started to get rearranged and organized in the most heartfelt and divine way. I let go of my corporate job. I started leaning into my motherhood. I have children, and I started to see life with open eyes without the blinders, and decided also that I really needed to understand these senses, these extra senses that I have been experiencing my whole life, and I needed to lean into it rather than run away from it. And so what happened there is that I realized, after saying yes, that the universe was also saying yes to me, and opportunities and resources started to unfold over and over again. And I said yes to every one of them. And what unfolded was my psychic and mediumship gifts. And I started taking classes and understanding through those classes, through practicing with others, that I am a psychic and I am a medium. And wow, this is what my soul wants to express in this physical life, in this moment. And prior to, had no idea what a medium was. And here I am realizing that I am one. And I believe that all of us have this powerful connection to the spirit side of life because we are spirit people having a human experience. And it's only natural for us to be in that experience of our spiritual self and connecting to our own soul, connecting to our intuition, and then also connecting to our loved ones in the spirit side of life, our departed loved ones who are with us and bonded through the power of love. And with that, I believe we all naturally connect with that everlasting love. The aspect of my soul is to share that connection with others. And that's what a medium is somebody who shares that connection with others. But we all have that aspect within us to connect to our own hearts and soul and spirit. So it is an ability that we all have, but it's cultivating that availability, peeling back the layers to uncover the naturalness of connection and everlasting love that's within. So I started doing readings for people, and I started to want to really understand and unfold my mediumship and psychic connection development even more. I wanted to see what is possible here. And what I discovered was called evidential mediumship. And what this is that you can connect soul to soul with people that consider it a psychic connection, or connecting to the spirit side of life, that would be a mediumistic connection. And with that, you are able to understand specific information from the particular spirit person you're connected with. And that specific information unfolds naturally, and it's considered evidential mediumship because you are providing the evidence of the survival of physical death, that your loved one's soul is very much alive in the world of the spirit. And that information is shared along with their loving message and loving story that they wish to share with their loved one still here in the physical. And it's an honor to do this for other people. And the art of evidential mediumship is something that is ever evolving. It flourishes in so many different ways. And part of my background is education, and I have a master's in education. And I have brought that forth with supporting others with their psychic and mediumship development. And that has been such a wonderful honor to support people who are ready to uncover their intuitive empowerment, to understand their intuitive nature, to start to trust themselves and gain more confidence with their heart and their inner guidance system, along with understanding their psychic and mediumship expression. And what a beautiful outcome this is. So when we practice, first of all, it's one thing to have a reading with somebody, and whether that's a psychic connection or a mediumistic connection, but it's another to experience that aspect happening within you, your own psychic and mediumship expression unfolding. And it helps you learn how you connect to spirit, how you learn to connect psychically, and it helps you gain that confidence and that trust of your inner knowings. And so that is a beautiful outcome that comes from that development side, and something that I truly enjoy supporting other people with. And along those lines, if you go to my website, beckyhusseltine.com, you are welcome to download my free workbook. The workbook is called 4 Steps to Intuitive Connection. So I highly encourage you all to go to beckyhusseltine.com and download that workbook. One of my biggest passions is supporting people with that heartfelt connection to themselves. That is first and foremost, to connect to your heart, to understand that intuition is alive within you, and cultivating that availability to have a relationship with your heart, with your inner guidance system, with that intelligent love that it is showing you the way. And that workbook will support you in that endeavor. And I'm here to support you as well. After you're done with the workbook too, and answer any questions that you have. But imagine this. Imagine a world where everybody is connected to their heart, can sense into their heart, their intuition, and understand what feels in alignment with that love and what is no longer in alignment with that loving, divine intelligence within you. And to be in alignment and to follow your beautiful heart, to have the courage and strength to do so, and to be that love in action that you naturally are. Imagine if you and everyone around you were to embark on that sacred, heartfelt endeavor. What a magical and powerful and beautiful, loving world we'd be living in. So I leave you with this, and I am here to support you. Meditation has been part of my journey. I love concepts and quotes and learnings. It's one thing to hear these things, it's another to experience it through meditation. And that's what this YouTube channel has as well, as a library of meditations for you to dive deep into, to cultivate certain aspects of your beautiful soul that's ready to be seen by you, and to live a heartfelt, empowered life with trust, connection, and love. And I'm here to support you. And feel free to subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, and I'm so happy to have you on this journey and to be on this journey together. All right, go take care of yourself, and we'll be in touch.